you doing?
Say hi to Westbred.
How you doing?
Kiss it, bro.
No,
kiss
I'm not gonna
kiss
it.
Kiss
I'm
it,
not
bro.
gonna kiss it. I'm not gonna kiss it.
You
He
kiss
look, he ready to kiss
Kiss
it.
it. Look, he gonna kiss it. Kiss it.
Kiss.
Ah, I'm gonna start calling you Sturgeon Lips.
Well, today we fishing for dinosaur fish.
White sturgeon. I love to fish for crappie. I mean, I'm crappie killer.
Westbred diamond, like bred in the West.
We fishing for fish that's older than us.
We want one of those oversized fish that's gonna drag us all the way back to downtown.
Look how big this tank is, man.
But look at this one.
What you'll do, bro, if you reel one of them up on the little boat we got?
I'm gonna let him go. How long do you think did it take for these fish to get that big?
I think Herman probably like he probably like 65.
About 65 years old?
I don't know, I'm taking a wild guess.
He is swimming slower than all the rest of the fish. He looked like a dinosaur, yeah.
We used to go fishing and we always got hassled on the rivers.
They're not used to seeing a lot of people of color out in the outdoors.
We need to start recording ourselves and show them that we actually know how to fish and we ain't just out here messing around.
What are you doing? He said, well, shit, basically you just take this hook and stick it up the ass of this sand shrimp, and I just started busting up laughing like that was fucking hilarious.
I just had the line in my hand and we just rolled.
Matter of fact, and I just grabbed the camera from around my neck and I put it back on him. And he started getting proper. So basically, you take this hook. I was like, man, I cut that shit off like, what the fuck is you doing? Do what you just did, the same way you just did it. But matter of fact, say niggas on the river.
It's about 63 degrees, the last few days of October. I'm your host, Crappie Killa, and you watching Niggas on the River. We going for sturgeons today. What I like to do is I like to take the sand shrimp from behind and stick that thing right in his asshole. I'm thinking that that's his asshole because it's the end of him. And come right up. It stands for Niggas on the River.
It's shocking. When people see us out there on the river, they like, I didn't know niggas fished.
The Niggas is an acronym for Never Ignorant, Getting Goals Accomplished. It was something that Tupac, the rapper, came up with, and it was catchy, and it means something.
When I used to hear that word, it was like, it stings me because I was taught to, it's supposed to sting you. But that's a word. It's something that we wanted to take the sting off of. I mean, even if you look up the definition of the definition of the word is not me.
Whether it be on the river or in the lab making music, we just getting it accomplished.
Never ignorant, getting goals accomplished.
I like the smell of barbecuing in December. 85 in the winter. Booty shorts and Lolo speeding up Imperial of Crenshaw. We don't break it, we bend law. Our sets what we live for. Applauding anybody that get for. Who come up like we come up. Quick to pull a gun up on that hate if we run up. Cause we think about that turn up till we celebrate. Congregate with what I came for. Through your triumph, there's so much more than ever.
I probably was around 12 years old when I really started noticing the difference in my dad. Drugs basically took our father away from us.
And all that was left was what was negative around us.
We had different mothers. Where they were, the gangs were just very bad.
12 years old, coming from a baseball game, and the police, because they know who your family are, hey, stand up against the wall, take a picture. Why? I'm putting you in the gang file. So it's like, you looking at me as a gang member, that's the way you develop an attitude of, I'm not gonna make it out of here. My brother was taken away from us. My father, someone that we all looked up to. I had a lot of pain, a lot of hurt in me. My mind was destroyed. 14, that was the first time I went to jail. After that, I came home, like, I'm gonna change my life. I'm gonna be this type of person when I get there. And then you come home to nothing. And it's like, it's hard to be optimistic when you don't have nothing. And you still right back into this controlled environment to where the police know you as the bad guy still. The community still like, hey, this is the same guy. At 19, somebody ended up trying to rob me and I shot him. I went to jail for 8 years. When I came home, it was like, that was like years that I'd never get back on my life.
I found myself in situations where instead of me going and getting in trouble with these guys, I would go pick my fishing poles up and go fishing. And I just stuck with it, you know? It was 91 when they moved me away to Portland. So here I got my younger brothers joining gangs and me learning how to fish. Fishing did it for me. Fishing honestly saved my life. When I was able to get my brother to come up to Portland, through fights and fights with him, I knew that it was gonna do the exact same thing for him.
So I ended up flying up here with Crappie Killa. So I was like, okay, so what is it to do? Let's go do something. Like, he's like, let's go fishing. I'm like, fishing? I'm like, come on, we ain't seen each other in 20 years. Like, you wanna go fishing?
Water looking good. Look like the tide is going out.
Thank you, sir. Got you, sir.
It's flowing back.
What are we fishing with today, brother man?
We are fishing with anchovy and herring. But you know what? This is actually good time of year to use this, because this is what the salmon fishing. These guys is putting this on their hook and trolling.
Go get the great white.
No, we ain't fishing for great whites.
Why?
Because it's illegal.
You can catch them, but you gotta let them go. Because once somebody caught one off the pier down in California.
Yeah, we seen that.
Yeah, you gotta let them go.
I don't even want to do that. Let's get this boat on the water, man.
Let's
I
do it.
want to catch some fish before we
Let's
get
go.
wet.
It's floating, baby. Love me.
When I got out there with Crappie, it was one of the best times I had in my life. It was better than any club I've been to. And the feeling that I had from it, it was just peaceful. Happiness of like being a little kid again. Well, I felt safe. I felt like, I mean, with my brother, I could talk about anything again. When your spirit is bright and you can get creative. You can do different things. And that's what fishing does. Being out there in the outdoors, I'm so serious. You're left to nothing but your thoughts. All of the commotion of the world, it's just you.
When he first came back up here and started fishing with me, I saw myself all over again, because I didn't know how to do any of the things.
Look at them sausages. Oh, yeah, nice sausages.
Look at it.
Sausages on the nigga.
I saw myself again doing all of the stuff that he was doing, and that's what made the show funny. Here it is a year later, and I take him out there and I don't gotta tie his line, I don't gotta touch nothing. He out there catching fish by himself.
Once we put the show together, my brother was like, man, I just want to show more people, like what I've been trying to tell you for years.
Well, there's a lot of black people that hunt. There's a lot of black people that fish, but they just never tapped into that market. We always train to go play basketball and football and, you know, sports, but they never really looked at the outdoor world, and I think we tapping right into it.
Fish on.
Fish on.
Fish on.
It's a
I
little
told you. As soon as he touched that, I told you. Go on, pull him in, bro. Pull him in, man.
we
Pull
got
him
him at
in.
the backside.
Pull him in. You got
Little
a
guy.
baby. He got a little baby.
Little baby.
He got a little baby.
Say hi, baby.
We started to learn that the same way we fish is the same way a 65-year-old white politician may have fished, or, you know what I'm saying, and vice versa. Like, oh, you know what, these guys know what they're doing. Oh, you guys have licenses. You're not just out here poaching, or, you know, it's not about trying to come find my fishing hole.
All right, let's get a good release. Let me let you go on and get that release going. I hope you got that on film. You always want to hold the fish in. Make sure you got a nice little kick to him. He should just start kickoff right here. Kickoff.
You guys see them coming through on their skiff, just get out of their way.
Oh, absolutely.
Don't tie up to their stuff because that's their property, you know what I'm saying?
No problem.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, you guys are funny. I like your video.
Thanks, man. Thanks, man. Greatly appreciate it.
I sat back and watched fishing shows for so long, and I saw myself out there catching the same fish as these guys. I knew how to release them. I knew how to tie the lines. I knew what, you know, jigs and everything to use. So I felt like I was a professional too.
We were taught as kids to always work together, and if you bring it together as a collective, and especially if it's family, you're building something. It's all about foundation with us, and we're actually teaching our kids about foundations.
Working? No.
We started the silk screen.
That's his thing too.
We started the silk screen.
Now we're ready. Now we're ready for it.
So it's a no-brainer, invest in the kids. So they've been making all of our apparel. I learn new things about my kids every single day just by working with them. Anything that you see somebody else do out there, you can do too. Everybody has something to give.
Ooh, that's clean though. I like this.
So we broke the cycle, not being on drugs and, you know, not being in the gangs, and it's good to work as a unit with your family. Foundation is everything.
Get him, get him, get him. Oh, it's a dinosaur.
Baby. Got another baby.
It's a dinosaur.
Look at all them spikes. It look like he got teeth on his back. He might bite you on the ass. After going through so much pain in our lives, it was like we learned to start laughing about it. Like laugh, you gotta laugh. You could be sitting here going through the worst day in the world, and you just see something that was so funny that you just couldn't hold it in. And after you let that big old laugh out, you didn't feel so bad about whatever just happened before that. When you get too drawn in or you get too absorbed into one thing, it stunts your growth. But laughter is something that promotes growth.
Oh yeah, we attracting them now. I see some big shit moving past, just they there.
They smell it.
It's gonna happen. Look how many fish just came in the screen.
You know, I remember I was tripping off that, like, why they got nostrils? How you gonna breathe in the water?
You might be pulling up. Fish on. Fish on. Oh, wow. When you see these fish, some of these fish will scare the shit out you.
Come here, you motherfucker.
Niggas on the river catching prehistoric monsters.
He might jump in the boat. He caught up, like, he's spinning, that's what it is. He caught up in the line. That's why you feel heavier. See him?
Yep. Look at this big ass fish.
I've been fishing for over 30 years. It's a very therapeutic thing, especially doing it with my brother.
I'm going.
I know you gonna go.
I want to oversize. I want to lay down next to him, like right over there somewhere.
I never laid down with a sturgeon.
I'm gonna lay down with that one.
You know what?
He said one of your girlfriends
Yeah,
was a
yeah.
dinosaur.
You laid down with some sturgeon before, nigga. So have I.
Well, I was about to say, shit.
I'm like, who lived right here though?
You know?
That looked like something from a Kevin Costner movie or something.
Getting away from the concrete to the river, the chaos to peace, you know, and bringing it back at the same time with us doing our show and everything. So it's become a lifestyle.
It's your boy Crappie Killa.
Westbred Diamond from N.O.D.R.
And we here in Pensacola, Florida, about to meet
The champ.
Roy Jones Jr. We gonna get him on some fish, but I'm not getting knocked out.
I don't want to get punched either, man. I don't want to get punched either, man.